That's what you get.
Welcome to the Range Day Podcast.
Hey guys, we know we haven't done this in a while. The reason, my wife will let you know.
What's the reason? I don't know.
Because of everything that's going on, we haven't been able to go to the range as much, at least together.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, and obviously the prices and all that good stuff.
And finding a sitter.
Okay. So this is like the most unpodcast like podcast because there's no real set schedule, and I guess it's more like just clips of, you know, topics that we want to talk about. So we've been doing that for 2 podcasts now, and we're going to make a few changes because we want it to be a little bit more authentic. So our game plan is
I pick a topic that he doesn't know about and vice versa.
Yeah, so we're going to do it that way. That way, at least one of our answers or one of our points is unrehearsed and completely 100% authentic. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and start off this topic or this podcast with my topic. So are you ready?
Yep.
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
It's nothing crazy. All right. So unlike
You crazy? That's your middle name.
So my topic is simple. It's something that obviously means a lot to me and the both of us. But what is our home defense plan 2021? Let's talk all about it. Let's talk about what we have set up. Let's talk about how important it is to us. And let's talk about what we feel, you know, if everybody else should be doing this, you know, maybe even situations. So I will pass that ball to you.
I'm gonna throw it right back.
Oh, you're gonna throw it right back.
Your mind is so dirty. Okay. That's my husband.
Anyway.
It is important because you need to mentally prepare for that. Hopefully it won't ever happen, but
and that isn't that one of the things that a lot of people use to, I guess, make it feel like, you know, it's I guess just make you feel like you're crazy when you're preparing for it, is that, you know, what are the odds of it happening?
I think the people who think it's crazy
be nice.
Probably don't think it'll ever happen to them.
It probably won't. But
it's like insurance. You pay for insurance and until shit happens. Then you're like, damn, I'm glad I got insurance.
The chances of it happening are extremely low. Of course, 100% agree. It could be 1 in, 10,000, right? And I think there's actually a website that tells you crime reports and what you're actually, for your city, what the likelihood of you being a victim is. And I think you being in a good state or a good city is something like 1 in 99. So there's a 1 in 99 chance you can be a victim out of every 99 people. But when you think about it, those aren't great odds, you know, especially if you're considering life and death. The only thing that we're trying to do as far as the home defense is concerned is to be prepared enough to have a fighting chance. If something were to happen, would you have a fighting chance? You know, God forbid somebody were to break into your home at night. Would you be able to have a fighting chance? Not saying you can't still, you know, God forbid something happened to you or your family. It's just, if it does happen, do you have a means to defend yourself? And then you want to talk about the layers of defense really quick? Like, people are quick to jump to firearms, you know, thinking that, oh, you know, you get a gun, that's all I need to defend myself. That's all I need for my home defense, you know, just to have that gun. That's actually supposed to be like the last line of defense. It's more so important, the deterrence, I feel, right? So
yeah.
You can go ahead and
it also depends on people's situations, because the best and first thing I think everyone should get are cameras. Another good thing would be getting a dog. Those are the best to have before using your firearm. Is getting a camera, a dog, what else is
Well,
there?
I get what you're saying. The camera and the dog are important because it's about making yourself less of a target than the next man. I hate to say that, but it's kind of like that old adage where it's like, you know, I don't have to be faster than the bear. I just have to be faster than you.
Mm-hmm. But those two things will alert you beforehand. Like, at least it'll mentally and physically prepare you, because obviously
no, that's where I'm going. I'm saying if I'm a criminal and I'm in a, let's just say, an apartment complex, and I'm looking to break into a home, I'm not going to break into the home with the camera. I'm not going to break into the home. I've probably been watching this place for a while. I'm not going to break into the home that I know there's a dog, even if it's a little dog, just for the sake of them being able to alert somebody. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So
unless you're not somebody who's right in the head.
Yeah, which
or specifically has a motive.
There are some crazy people out there that don't care how many layers you put up. But let's go ahead and talk about that real quick, because we've been talking about it for a while. Layers. So for us, for example, our layers start with a gate. Like, that is, if you can do that, that is super important. It makes it annoying. Nobody wants to heave stuff or jump over gates, just another obstacle in their way. So if you have a gate and your neighbors don't, guess what? You're ready. And it's the first layer, it's the first thing that a criminal would see. So it automatically puts you in a better spot. The next thing I would say, like my wife said, are the cameras. Cameras are another one that you see from afar, and it's like, it makes you even less of a target. We all know no criminal wants their face to be shown. So that is a huge one. The next layer that you can actually do along with all of these is having up your home security signs. So if you have home security and you have those the flags. Yeah, like the stickers and the flags that you put out in the lawn, that is a huge deterrent as well. It just makes you less of a target. And you can put those all around the windows too, especially like your rear sliding door. Mm-hmm. You put that there. We've unfortunately been in this situation before, and we had all of our layers set and they turned around before they even tried to get into the home. So yeah, so it does work. So on the inside, we have our dog and we have our actual alarm. Our dog is by no means a guard dog, more like bordering like a watch dog, but he's really alert. He barks at stuff we don't necessarily want him to bark at, but it's better for him to bark at it than not to, so he alerts us a lot too. And yes, we do have firearms in the home, but like I said, that's kind of our last layer of defense. They're in places where we know that we have quick access to them, but the chances of it getting to the point where it is a firearm defense issue is very, very minimal. To any criminal with even the slightest bit of sense, it should be very clear that we aren't really the best target. There's so many easier targets. So we've taken that target off of our back as much as possible. We have our home plan set up where we've done this enough times to be able to reach our kids and defend our home very, very securely if it comes down to firearms. And that's just it. That's just what it's all about. A lot of times people think it's, you have guns, you just want to use them. I wish somebody would break in. And you know what? There are some people out there like that. I'm not that guy that's going out looking to end somebody's life. If it comes down to it though, definitely knowing that if you have to be prepared to do that, to defend you and your family, is a topic to be had. And it's a place that nobody wants to go to. Nobody wants to really mentally have that on their mind, but God unwilling, it gets to that. It's something that it's a reality. You can't be naive about it and think that you're just getting, this is what I see a lot. A lot of people that are new to the 2A community, they'll just get a gun and feel like that's it. Now I'm going to use it. God forbid somebody break into my house. That's not the case. Like I said, set these barriers up. And then if somebody does pass them, it's not like you're showing it just to scare them now. If you're showing it, you're using it. If you put yourself in that situation, and that person, that criminal put themselves in that situation, they break through all your layers. They're not coming to play with you. At that point, they have more than decided what they're going to do. And you have to be... Most
likely they're armed as well.
90% of the time, they're going to be armed as well, unless they're just mentally unstable. But if it comes down to that, to you having that gun in that situation, you have to be prepared to use it. It's not something that you're using to scare somebody. Same thing this is kind of like a different topic, but when we're talking about carrying, not home defense, but carrying on you, if you get to the point where you pull that gun, guess what? That's why I always say it's a burden. It should never... I have so many deterrents, like to the point where I'm not over here trying to be macho man. If it comes down to it, I know what I need to do, but it should almost never come down to it because I'm trying to defuse. You know, all bravado, all of that goes out the window.
I agree. Because you have to remember, every bullet comes with a lawyer. So you have to be, what's the word I'm looking for?
You just have to be smart about it.
Yeah, the macho man mentality needs to go.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and one more thing. For anybody watching who doesn't think it's important to have, you know, your home defense layers set in place, think of it this way. What if? Just think of what if. Let's just say a single mom or a single dad for that matter were in a situation where, yes, they can't see anything. They have no camera set up. They have no gate. They have no security system or signs. Somebody breaks into their home right now. They wake up. They physically hear it. They have no idea what's going on outside. They have no idea what the person who broke into their home has on them. And all they know right now is they need to get to their kids and the best tool to defend you or your family's life. They do not have it. The criminal does have a gun. Simple question. Do they have a fighting chance? So what are the chances it can happen to you? Well, very slim. But when it does, is that just it for you? Or have you leveled the playing field? We don't want it to get down to that, but have you leveled the playing field if it does? That's where a firearm is important.
Yep. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. We will see you we will hear from you in the next one.
Later, guys.